What's up, guys? So as of right now, I'm headed down to IBEW Local 769 to go sign the out of work books as a lineman. I figured I'd make this little video, little vlog type of thing to try to give you guys maybe a little bit better understanding so you can kind of see firsthand what you could expect to do or see if you want to go sign the out of work books either as a lineman, like maybe you come from utility and you've never done outside work before, or if you're a groundman and you're looking to get started in the lineman trade and you're wondering what it looks like to go to the IBEW hall to sign the out of work books as a groundman. I'm going to try to bring you guys along and show you the process. Hopefully you can get a little bit of a better visual understanding of what you need to do and how to do what it is. Follow me along and we'll get into it. So there actually is something. If you look at this question right here, this guy's asking about becoming a groundman. What even is a groundman? And getting started, is it something that you have to do? Is it necessary? And kind of what that experience looks like and what that does for a person who wants to get started in the lineman trade. Essentially, a groundman is your bottom level, entry level position in the lineman trade. Basically, you're the laborer, you're the bottom man on the totem pole. This is your first step in the lineman trade. You are going to be learning things about this trade, the material, the kind of work we do. You're going to be doing physical tasks like sorting through material, getting jobs ready with material. You're going to be digging pole holes. You're going to be doing a lot of the things that honestly are your job tasks. You're going to be on the ground. You might go out, work on a crew with a lineman crew and actually perform work and see work being done. Or you might be stuck in the yard sorting through material, getting jobs ready, or you might be on the hole digging crew where you're out, digging holes for pole holes in the future that, we can't dig with either an auger or whatever the case may be, okay? Groundman is that entry level position. And to do so, is kind of what I want to explain in this video as well. And what I'm doing is going to the IBEW hall, your local IBEW hall, and signing the out of work books. This is like the first step you have to do in order to really become a groundman. You do not need to have groundman experience to get started in the lineman trade or to get into a lineman apprenticeship. This is just a stepping stone, and it's really good to be proactive and show that you're actually wanting to get into this trade by going out and signing the out of work books as a groundman, proactively looking for a groundman job, because that shows, the apprenticeship and things like that when it comes time to applying and interviewing, that you've actually done everything in your power in order to get started in this trade. And one of those things is signing the out of work books as a groundman. And maybe you'll get a call, maybe you won't get a call. But at some point, like I always say, it just becomes a waiting game. But it isn't 100% necessary to have to get groundman experience to work in this trade. A groundman experience, on a line crew. You could be a groundman on a tree trimming, power line clearance crew. You could be an underground tech. You could do fiber. You could do telecommunications. There's several different things that you can do that is also really good related work experience that can help you. I've known guys, my buddy Nick, I always talk about him. He was a sales guy for 10 years. Then he went and drove truck for a year to get a CDL. And then during that time, he applied for the apprenticeship, went through the process. And now he's an apprentice lineman. He has no lineman groundman experience at all. No trade school, no line school, no nothing. You don't have to do it, but it can look good on your resume. And it is something good to talk about. And it's good to show that you're proactively trying to get a job in the trade. And one of the first steps is going down to your local IBEW hall like I'm doing right now and signing the out of work books, at least to get your name on the list so you can wait essentially for phone calls in the future for when work happens. Contractors are like, hey, we need some groundmen, we need some hole diggers. And if they get to your name on the list, they'll give you a call and you accept or you decline. And if you accept, you'll become a union member, you'll start paying dues, you will get sworn into the IBEW, and that's like the first step journey in starting working in the IBEW and ultimately start working in the lineman trade to start getting experience. That's what it is to become a groundman, and this is what you have to do to really get started in this trade. You don't have to apply for it. It's not something you apply for like an apprenticeship you apply for. This is just something you can go down to your local IBEW hall, sign the out of work books. Let's go do that. All right, now that we have arrived at the IBEW 769, we can go inside. I'm gonna go sign the books. We'll do that process. I'll try to show you guys what it looks like. So when you walk in here, you'll see that window to the right. That's the office lady. She'll have all the answers that you have questions to. Over here is the laptops where you'll fill out application, put all your information they need, and then go back and talk to her. So once you're on the laptop, they'll have an application, a place for you to put information, social security number, address, name, etc. Yours will be a lot more in depth if you're a first-time signer. Mine's not as in depth because I've already signed these books multiple times, so they have my information. Here's some certifications you could expect to check off if you have them. This is, once it's thank you, can go talk to the lady again. And then this is for already IBEW members and you wanting to sign the books. This is what they require. There is a physical book you will sign, your name, email, phone number, and the date. And then you can buy some swag, get some stickers, get a business card or whatever else, and you'll be good to go. It's a pretty easy process. If it's your first time signing, like as a groundman, was there anything specific that he needs to bring? Like if he has a CDL, he needs to bring med card or anything? CDL. Just a CDL. Does he need to bring med card, things like that? No, just the copy? Yep. That's it. Yep. All right. If he went to line school, does he need to bring his certificate or diploma? Nothing. Okay, he'll be able to.
Line school at 769.
Okay. All right. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So, as you guys heard there, CDL. If you have your CDL, that's all you really need. They don't recognize line school as 769 as a groundman anyway, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, honestly, CDL. And then you just go and you'll walk in to that door right there or whatever local hall you're going to. You can call whatever your local hall is and ask them, hey, if I went to line school, do you guys recognize that? Do I need to bring it in? And that's not a bad idea if you're gonna go sign the books as a groundman to just call them beforehand, talk to the front desk lady, whatever, and ask her, hey, I'm going to come sign the books for the first time as a groundman. Is there anything I need to bring? And she might just be like, just your CDL. That's all it really is. So you can go to your local hall, you walk in, every hall is a little bit different. It's not all going to be going in and do it on a computer and this and that. It's going to be walk in, maybe they're going to have you fill out a piece of paper application, and then you'll sign your name physically on the out of work books, and then they'll give you whatever information you ask for. So it's not that hard. As a lineman, you go in there, do basically what I just did. It's your first time signing. It's going to be a little bit more information they're going to ask for on the computer screen. But basically, you just have your ticket with you if you're already an existing member, your driver's license, any other certifications you have. Like I have my H2 helicopter cert now, and then she took that, scanned it, and so I have it in my profile. They put a call in for someone who has the H2 certification. I have it, and they could call me off the books. That's really it. So the process is really easy, but if you've never done it before, it can be confusing or kind of intimidating or kind of scary. That's what it is. Walk in there, and if they have standing calls and you're a groundman, they'll ask you if there is standing calls. They'll ask you, hey, do you want any of the standing calls? And that just means those are jobs that are available right now. Like she asked me if I wanted any of the standing calls. There's 2 standing calls for linemen, too far away from where I want to work right now. So I was declined them, but it's no hurt, no foul, no nothing. She just offered them to me. So if I wanted them, I could have accepted one of them and I could have went to work starting tomorrow type of thing. And that's the beautiful thing about the Union Hall is that I could just go in, sign the books. If they have standing calls, available jobs like that, I can accept or take one of those calls and I could be back to work tomorrow as soon as possible. So the contractors go through the Union Hall when they need guys, they put calls in, and then the Union Hall is responsible for dispatching and finding people off the books who want that call so they can fill that job, the manpower. The process really isn't that hard, It's 45, 50 minutes away from where I live, so it's basically 2-hour round trip, 2.5 hours. I do need to note that, so once you sign the books as a groundman, especially if it's your first time signing, you're not an IBEW member, you've never been a groundman before, etc. You'll be placed on like 3 or probably book 4, and that means that is the lowest book. When a contractor does call the Union Hall and say, hey, we need, let's just say 5 groundmen, they are going to start calling from book 1. And book 1 is going to have, the local hands that have already been groundmen, they have hours, they're IBEW members, and they're going to call those people first. And if everyone on that book declines the job call, they'll move to book 2, and then so on and so forth. So they'll call everyone on book 1, then book 2, and then if everyone declines it, then they'll get to the bottom of the books, and then you might get a phone call. So that's why it can take a lot of time to get a groundman call, is because they are calling people above you before you can get a phone call. People who already have experience, they're already union members. And so then it, like I said, it just becomes a waiting game. But that's the process. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to smash that like button if you guys enjoyed this content. Subscribe if you want to learn more about blue collar things like signing the books as a groundman at the IBEW hall and things of that nature. With Blue Collar Edu, I'm here to expose, teach, educate you guys about blue collar career opportunities, how to get started in the skilled trades. You guys have questions, put in the comments down below. Email me, austin@bluecollaredu.com, if you have any other questions or concerns about this type of stuff. So I'll catch you guys on the next video.